Hey everybody, this is Andy Johnson over at the Andy Johnson Group with eXp Realty. Thank you so much for checking out this video. It's really good that you're here today. I have Amanda Martin-Cabbage with Southeast Title, and I think a lot of people out there do not realize how important title insurance is. And listen, super important that you stick around to the end of the video because Amanda is going to share something that every one of you needs to know. But Amanda, why don't you take 30 seconds, a minute, tell us why you are one of the best title agencies out there.
Hi, everybody. This is Amanda Martin-Cabbage with Southeast Title Agency. So Southeast Title has been around since 2006. We go above and beyond to make sure that you have clean title. A lot of people don't know that 1 in 4 properties have title defects, and we rarely come across something that we can't fix. This might be a lien, judgment, foreclosure issues, probate issues, fraudulent deeds. That's one thing that a lot of people don't know is that there's nothing that can't be fixed with title. A lot of people don't even understand what title insurance is. And so we like to educate and we like to go above and beyond. We create a team effort so that things go flawlessly and smoothly. And we work together to make sure that you're in the best hands and that if there are any questions or issues that arise, that we'll get that rectified to get to the finish line.
Awesome. And I think you brought something perfect up there. I mean, what can happen with a title defect? Like tell a horror story, like let's go worst of the worst, like really like people can get their properties taken away, right?
Yep. One of my favorite stories to tell is about a couple who bought a piece of property. It was vacant land. They built their dream home. They spent over $1 million. They did not get title insurance. They did a Craigslist thing where they just did a quick claim deed without having a title examination, and come to find out that it was a fraudulent seller and not the real owner. So after the house was built, the real owner came knocking on the door saying, "Hey, like, what are you doing? You built this $1 million house on my property. Thanks for the property, but now you got to get out." And they lost everything.
Wow. But that's really, that's real. And it's not her favorite story because she likes to hear that, but it's the best example of what's going on out there.
Correct. Yes. Correct.
And truthfully, folks, I don't bring people to you that I don't use personally. And Amanda and her company go above and beyond. So Amanda, why don't you share that one thing that everybody needs to know?
Regionally, and is standard in Palm Beach County, is that the seller gets to pick and choose the title company. I believe that this is very important because it makes sure that there is a thorough examination of everything to make sure that your transaction goes flawlessly, right? Because if there's any issues on your title, you want to know about it, whether it's this buyer that you're able to close a transaction with or a future buyer. So it's very important that you have the right title company who's going to facilitate the closing in a flawless manner, but also choosing a title company that you know is going to do a good job in making sure that there are no defects. Now, in hindsight, if you're in Broward or St. Lucie County, the buyer gets to choose and pay for the title company. And what's great about that aspect of whether you're in Palm Beach County or the other counties is there's always ways around where you can ask for a seller credit to cover that title insurance cost that there might be. It's a promulgated rate. It's based off of the sales price. And then you're making sure that you're in good hands on the buyer side as well, where you're getting a thorough examination to make sure you're not going to have any issues like my $1 million vacant land story that I shared with you earlier. So it's really important that you have somebody who is knowledgeable, who is thorough, who can fix any defects that might arise. And this will ensure that you have peace of mind after closing with the protection you need in case an issue does arise later on.
Yeah, that's right, folks. So basically what she's saying there is, who chooses title is a negotiation. It's part of the contract. And you as a buyer always have the right to ask to pay for that and choose who is really protecting your asset moving forward. A lot of the time, buyers select the seller or pay for that because there's a cost savings involved there, but often you can offset that cost, as she mentioned. So, Amanda, thank you so much for joining me. Buyers and sellers out there, I hope you have a great or a better understanding of what title insurance actually does, why it's important to you. Sellers, you can even get title work done prior to selling your home so you understand what's going on. And Amanda, thanks for being with us today.
All right, no problem. Glad to be here. Thank you.
See you guys.